Hey there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to Life is Feudal, your own. This is a really fun game. I don't want to give too much of a kind of impression, like, oh, you have to go and buy it or anything. It's in early access, it is what it is, you know, but I really enjoy it. Let's get clothes on. I'm playing on a private, like my own kind of single player, as it were, just purely because, let's put that over here as well. So we've got clothes on, and that needs to go away. We've got clothes on, and we've got our inventory there, and basically it's kind of a feudal setting, and you start off with nothing. Absolutely dick all. You can see the map if we press M and it wants to do it. Yep, and we are right there, so we're right there. It's a big mountain. It's not massive at the moment. The map is not huge, but there's 64 people on it. I think, you know, it's supposed to be a very cooperative slash non-cooperative game. You can see all the different things: prospecting, prospect for copper; forestry, create a campfire; nature's law. You know, you can gather plant fiber, search for something edible. Lower, observe, check this out. So there you can see the levels all around you. So down here it's 7.29999, over here it's 10. So not a great place to start. And then you got farming, gather wild plants, plow, set a snare, track weak animal. All of these are skills. Right here you have your skills. You have to get to, for example, forestry 30 to get to logging. So you have to progress down these to get the end stuff. You only have 605 skill points, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 500. You'd have to max all of these out if you wanted full Warfare 100 level. You know, you can't get that one because it's not implemented, Warfare Entering. But, let's see, Alchemy not implemented. Okay, Architecture. So you'd have to get 100, 100, 100, 100, 100 to get 100 in Architecture and build fountains. Fountains? Okay. Can build castle keep, you know, build castle fortifications, some advanced buildings, towers, and etc. You know, you've got tailoring, you've got armor smithing, not implemented yet, but you've got forging. There's a fair amount not implemented. You've got mentoring, not implemented, but can mentor tier 2 skills. Max skill level that can be given to students, and etc. You know, and what you want to do when you start out is you want to be collecting branches. You see, default is snap a branch, but if, for example, I wanted to get bark, right click, and there you go. Now the default, you can just click and get bark, and this will increase my logging. So I don't have to keep cutting down trees. I can just go around and get bark, and it will go. There you go. You have received 1 bark. You can see down here. Your logging has increased by 0.26, you know, to 0.26. Your strength's increased. Your constitution's increased. And all these skills have corresponding. You see, constitution, willpower, alchemy, intellect, agility. You know, strength, constitution. All of them have corresponding things that they work with. You've also got combat skills, so militia service, padded armors, spear mastery. You've got throwing weaponry, leather armors, crossbow mastery, bow mastery. These aren't implemented yet, but they're yeah, you can. And then what you want to do is you want to get snapping branches. So snap a branch. You do get pop-ups and stuff, but you can turn them off like I have. It just means you don't have to click everything. You know, it would say you've received a branch, your forestry has, you know, and so on and so on. And you end up just, yeah. A lot of traffic outside. It's fairly midday-ish. And I've been up since, so I've been up for about 14-15 hours now. Yeah. So you can sit. So you can see the skill level as yeah, brilliant. You can see the skill level goes up fairly slowly. On the servers at the moment, they go up a lot quicker than this. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I imagine, you know, there are some servers where they don't, but on most of them, you know, you'll go up a good 2 or 3 skill points most of the time when you do your skills. It is night time at the moment, and you can see it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. In my opinion, not bad at all. This, I think, no. I thought that was an apple tree. It is not. So what you do with branches, you get branches and you can create a primitive tool, create a snare, or drop. We will do create primitive tool. So you see, you've got all these things. A sickle is for farming. You can gather herbs and other like bits of food, random food and stuff. Shovel is for terraforming. Hammer, I'm not sure. Axe is for cutting down trees and so forth. The pickaxe, you can mine and terraform with that, but you can also shape stones for like building blocks and things like that. Saw is for cutting wood and for doing carpentry. You've got a torch. I haven't managed to find this, which is naphtha. But yeah, basically torch, you can light up things. Fishing pole for fishing. Fishing is horrible for me at the moment. Every time I do it, I found 1 fish the entire time I've played this game. Sling, I'm not sure if it works. I got a sling, but I couldn't figure out how to fit the ammo in. It's very hit and miss. You have to practice, you have to try different things, you have to experiment to get it going right for a lot of this stuff, and it's still early for me. Cup, crucible and stick, I think is for forging, for smelting and forging and stuff. Primitive knife, not sure, possibly just for combat. And cooking pot, yes, there is cooking in it. Yes, it's actually quite important, and we'll get on to why later. So this is just a random small tree. So what we will do is, because we got logging, I'm not going to do too much of this, but because we got logging, we'll do gather plant fiber as default, and we'll just gather some plant fiber. You can see I don't like the ground. I'm punching it because it's bad ground. And the more skill level, the quicker you go with this kind of thing. So jolly good. So you see, we failed the first time. We got wild plant fiber the second time. Because we've only got 16 skill and it goes up so slowly, we will probably not find too much. We don't need that much. I just want to make an axe, basically, so I can show you a bit more of the game. But yeah, I mean, pretty much everything you need can be gathered fairly quickly. All this primitive stuff you can get fairly quickly. Moving on past that, it's a bit more difficult. Stop that, please. What we need to do is we need to go and find a patch of bare stone. So a lot of you probably thinking, this looks like rust. The ones I've had so far is this looks like rust, and this looks like... Okay, I can't do that. Yeah, I've had this looks like rust, and I've had this looks like worm online. There we go, gather apples, beautiful. So you also get apple trees, very worthwhile, because they give you quite a lot of food. And it's how I survived through about 3 hours solid. There is nothing left to gather. Of course there isn't. When is there anything ever easy for me? You may have seen the Road Redemption video. Yeah. I did that earlier. I had a bit more energy because I hadn't been awake for so long. But still. So some of the really cool features in this are, for example, like, over here you've got your hit points. I can't remember, is it F11? No, F10. So you see here you've got your alignment, your hunger, your person, so you'll see when you get wounds, like break your arm and stuff, which you can do. You've got health, and you've got hard health and soft health. The hard health is your consciousness. So if someone smacks you about a bit, you will get knocked unconscious and they can loot you. So they can rob you, basically. While you're helpless, they can kill you if they want. And that will affect their alignment. If it goes too far, you'll basically just be a criminal. And you've got stamina, hard stamina, soft stamina. Same idea. If you lose your hard stamina, like, you know, for example, by running, there you go, you can see the green and yellow behind it. If you lose the green, then you run out of breath, you have to stop and take a breather. If you run out of yellow, you fall unconscious. You also have this. Well, this is flee. It gives you a boost to speed, and you just fucking peg it, basically. But this, if you're fighting and you're losing and you don't want to die or get knocked unconscious, you can. There you go. You can yield. You can't move. You can't fight. You can't do anything. You can see over here you've got disabled and stun. So your stun's disabled. You can't do anything. The enemy can take your stuff and then leave you or kill you if they like. And you can't fake it, because if that's taking out yield, it takes time to get out of yield, and you clearly there. Okay, it takes till there basically. So you clearly come out of yield. So you can't just go, oh, I yield. Actually, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna kill you. I can't find stone anywhere. And yeah, basically the idea really is to. There's an apple tree. Take note, if you're looking at a tree and you see like little yellow bits in it, like that, not like that, you know, that's just a tree. But where's it gone? There it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so you can see you can gather apples. Great for food. And also you use it in snares. I don't know how snares work. I put one down and nothing ever went into it. Possibly you need to put it over an area where they're more likely to go. But you can see I've got 14 apples now. Fairly high quality, and yeah, weigh a little bit. Jolly good. I cannot find stone to save my life. So yeah, you can see what it looks like. Basically, it's not amazing. The graphics aren't amazing, but it's not bad either. It's fairly cool. I like it. I like the look of it and everything like that. So yeah. And it's coming on to daytime. If I could just find a patch of stone anywhere at all, my life would be complete. My life as feudal would be complete. So yeah, I mean, you know, this is what you'll be doing when you come in. You'll be kind of like, what the fuck's going on? Where is stuff? I think that's a swamp over here, or has it just not loaded in? It's not a swamp, but there is, you can see my stamina in the bottom left going down. Here we go. Here's a swamp. And you can prospect. I don't know if you can do anything. Might be a crocodile in here. I don't know if there are crocodiles or not, but yeah, this is just that's just like a, there you go. It's a little kind of swampy area, which is quite cool. We're going to go over to the mountain, hopefully get some stone. So yeah, like the basics of it is fairly similar to a lot of other survival sandbox games, but there are some really cool stuff as well. For example, this is taken off the game's Steam page and, you know, the description on the website. But what you can do is you can, like for example, if you want to do alchemy, you can't research that on Wiki. Because the alchemy there are 40 million alchemy recipes, and they're all randomized. So you have to experiment and try and see and guess and hope and dream to do alchemy, because it's all different. That's a little hole in the world right there. Hello. Ooh. So yeah, you know, it's just it's one of those things like that. That's how it is. Like you can't. You can't go to the wiki and go, oh, I really, you know, I can just do that. You can't. No, none of that. So useful flintstone. We'll do a little bit of searching for that. There we go. And yeah, you know, it's got a whole load of like things like that. If you know Ultima Online, as I said, if you know Worm Online, You know, this is the kind of thing that it reminds me of, and that's a great thing because there aren't that many games that really appeal to me that are like, you know, they all appeal to me, but none of them really deliver. And I'm not saying this delivers, I'm just saying it's kind of it's close. It's close to it. You know, it just feels good playing it. You know, it's enjoyable. It's very Moorish. You know, you just want to keep going. Well, I was streaming for like 5.5 hours or something. I think I actually ended up at like 6 hours because I just wanted to keep going and I didn't want to finish. Okay, so we take this axe and we equip it. You can also right click. You can have 4 tools, four of these, like axes and pickaxes, and I did that wrong, at a time. So now if you right click on something, you like these trees over here, hopefully there are certain trees I can cut and certain trees I can't cut. Oh, no, it's not that one. That's the same type of tree. I think this is hardwood as well. Yes, it is. I think these ones are okay to cut. No. I was really hoping to be able to cut down a tree, and I have this horrible feeling that none of these trees are going to be cut downable. Maybe this one. This looks familiar. Yeah, there you go. So you can see as I'm cutting, it's going down very, very quickly, my stamina. And in fact, when my stamina gets to 0, or close to 0, you need to catch your breath to perform that action. And then you can cut it down again, and it kind of saves your progress of cutting down. Yeah, it's very basic. It just turns into a little log. Like, falls over like this, and then boop. And with this log, what you can do, I can't do it now because I don't have a saw, or carpentry. But what you can do is you can actually cut it into different types of wood. You can move it about. You can pick it up and carry it around. You will be overburdened. It will be really heavy. If you want to drop it, just right click, drop. You can place it however you like, move it around, move it up and down, etc. Place. There you go. And yeah, that is the start of the game, basically. What you're going to be wanting to do is you're going to be wanting to put together the means for survival. You want to find an area where you can set up, you know, make all the tools you need, and do a bit of gathering, you know, kind of search for something edible. If you get a sickle, I will show you this in a second. See if we find anything edible. We don't, and very often that will be the case. It's hard finding food, seriously. If you've got a sickle, you can do farming, gather wild plants. You can go fishing. You can track animals and get their food, and then cook. And cooking is really important because the better quality food you eat, the quicker your skills will go up. And I imagine in you know, like, you can see these skills are going up pretty slow, considering. So yeah, I think as the game keeps going, it will be harder to level up your skills. And as I said, this is a kind of cooperative PvP and just straight out murdering your friends a-thon. And you've only got 600 skills, so you've really got to choose where you want to go. Because if you want to go to one of the max ones, then you have to think to yourself, okay, well, I can't get mining, you know, so that, which means you can't get ore. You know, I can't smelt the ore, I can't get metal, you know, so you need people doing different jobs. And, you know, I imagine it will form communities. Like, that's the problem with survival games like DayZ. You don't need other people if you don't want them. You go, you find a gun, you're sorted. In this, I mean, you can make a sling and a few basic stuff, but if you want like a castle or anything permanent, you have to join up with other people. I mean, I'm sure people will just run around killing each other, but at the same time, the game mechanics don't encourage that. And it's actually got a lot of things you can run around and do. It keeps you very, very occupied. So, you know, for example, what I'd probably do is I'd go off towards the sea-ish area, kind of this way, and then set up in a reasonably flat area, and just kind of go nuts. and start trying to build things. Oh, okay, like here. So, you know, you can kind of, you get these flat, open areas, which are quite decent for setting up in. If we just move a little bit forward, then we can go like this and go terraforming, observe. Yeah, you see 13s, a lot of the area is 13s. And you can terraform this to flatten it out a bit as well if you like. But it's fairly decent for setting up. Of course, if you don't want one of these, you know, if they're all taken, you can just take to the woods, use, you know, a couple of loggers can take down an area, and you can deforest it. And, you know, as I said, the map's not massive, but it is very, very early. Like, it got released yesterday, so you know, I'm sure the map will get bigger. There'll be more things to do, you know, all that jazz. Okay, so that's the whole crafting side of things. You know, there are lots of different crafting. What's this? 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30 skills here so far, and same for the combat. You can see you got like warhorse handling, armors, mounted fighting, lancing, and the kind of militia side of things, poleaxes. You got blades, scale armors, piercing, two-handed blades, throwing, you know, combat preparation, which is speed of combat preparation performing. I don't know. Arrow stand, decrease reload speed while standing near it. Oh, so you get like an arrow. Yeah, you get like an arrow stand. Pike wall, place pavis to use as cover. And then you got this really cool thing for kind of to encourage group fighting and big battles and stuff. Unit formation can so maximum amount % received given unit bonuses, can receive unit bonuses from leader if inside formation formed by the unit leader. So you've got like a rank and file, you've got like an arrowhead, you've got a defensive circle. So wall formation, wedge formation, circle formation. And then you've got can issue hold your ground command, increasing defensible members in range but lowering movement speed. Issue charge, move command, movement bonus, and can bear unit flag. Then you've got equipment maintain, you know, you keep your durability up. Battle first aid, you know, kind of reducing the damage and everything. Demolition, you've got drill. And yeah, so, you know, you've got this great setup for, in fact, like siege battles. You know, you're going to have castles and siege engines, and there's no guns, which is brilliant. You know, and the combat, the actual fighting. Let's see if we can. Okay, so if to go into combat mode, you press R. There you go. And to draw your weapon, you just no, it's top. It's like that. So it's 3. No, 4, sorry. There you go. So you see, now I'm in combat mode, and if I attack with my left mouse button, I do a kind of stabbing motion with my axe. If I move my mouse up, sorry, if I move it to the side, no, it's on your direction. So if I'm going forward, it's a swing. If I'm going to the side, it's a different type of swing, maybe. If I'm okay, there we go. It's going to take a bit to get used to, but it is very. And you've got guarding, and it's, you know, still early days, but it's mounted combat fighting. I mean, you know, it's everything you could want if you indeed wanted. No, fuck it. I'm not gonna say that. It's everything I could want from a game like this starting off. You know, obviously it needs more stuff, but it's really cool. And yeah, you know, basically what you want to be doing is you want to be finding a few friends to play this with, really. You know, you find a server, you set up, you start dishing out different skills for different people. You know, you figure out what you all want to do, whether it's farming, animal husbandry. You know, with the farming, you need to figure out when to harvest. You need to figure out when to, what to fertilize with, where to fertilize with. You know, your animals that you'll be raising, you can take their refuse and use it to fertilize You know, you can breed the animals, you can kind of breed small animals in coops, tame bigger animals, breed bigger animals, 5 luck basically there. And then you can weave ropes, linen, slaughter animals in a coop, barn, dry hides and tan leather. You know, all of this stuff is really cool. You know, you've got herbalism, can create naphtha for lanterns, candles and braziers. Okay, so that's where naphtha comes from. Healing, can heal fractures on limbs, help regain consciousness and can heal, can mend wounds on limbs, so you know you're going to have like open wounds, you're going to have cuts, you're going to have bleeding. You know, you can prepare 2 potions, prepare potions with 2 effects, etc. Explosive naphtha, all possible potions with all ingredients and katas. I don't know what that means, but there you go. And then over here you've got like climbing, you'll be able to climb up mountains and I assume trees. General actions, horseback riding, swimming, authority. You know, it doesn't really explain them yet. Amount of game cells that can be claimed as private property. Not implemented yet. Can claim land, can give oaths of allegiance. There you go. So yeah, I mean, you know, what you're going to be wanting to do getting into this game is be gathering a lot of basic, these basic ingredients in materials, making these primitive shovels and all this stuff, and just working together and creating like a little, I wouldn't say community, but a little like survival den of people all working together to, you know, someone needs to be cooking and animal trapping and animal breeding and everything. Someone needs to be doing the carpentry for houses. And I see this as like, you know, it's not, if it gets popular, great, but it's not going to be, it doesn't look like it's going to be one of those games that's going to be really trolley, you know, because the amount of work you have to put in, you know, if you put a whole load of work into making like a sword, you're not going to want to go out and smack someone around the head with it until they die, because then you're a target for everyone else, and they can kill you and take your sword. You drop your items when you die. You get some stat loss, some skill loss when you die. So you have to work to get it back. So you're going to be careful about when you're fighting, when you're going to go off and be a dick to people, because you've put the effort in to get them up. So there's no point in being like, oh yeah, let's go kill people, you know, yeah. So it seems like they've got big ideas for this game, and as it is now, it's a nice simulation, not simulation, it's a nice survival sandbox style game, you know, with some cool little features, and with it's decent looking, you know, it's not amazing, it's not jarring, it looks quite cool. So, you know, I mean, if you want a mini-series on YouTube of this, I do have the stream that I did, but it might be it might not really work. So what I could do is I could do like a recording where I do like a couple of hours, the first few hours, and just show you the beginning couple of hours as I play them in this game. So yeah, basically just chuck me a comment in the comments and let me know if you'd like to see more of this. If you do want to just see more of this, not necessarily on YouTube, head over to twitch.tv/sheepdog42. I probably will be streaming this, possibly even as you're watching this video. So it's worth going and checking if you want to see more of this kind of instantly. And yeah, I mean, you know, fun game. I'm not advising you to buy it. It is early access, and you guys know how I feel about early access. All I will say is that it's got a lot of potential, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on, because it may have a typical kind of flash in the pan effect where everyone goes, oh my god, it's so amazing, and then a new game comes out and catches people's attention. But this could be a sticker. This could be one of those ones where you're just like, you get into it and you just play it for ages. So, you know, if you've got a similar taste to me, definitely keep an eye on this game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That's just kind of the beginning, a quick look at the game. There's a whole load more. I was building barrels, and I was kind of looking for ores, and I was running around trying not to starve to death for a while. That was fun. I was fishing. Let's see if this works. We're just going to do something very quickly. I'm going to pray. Almighty Zeus, please answer my prayers. I wish for good luck, good fortune, mighty Zeus. Bring them to me, please. Oh. I have to pray harder. Well, there you go, guys. Not every prayer is answered, and when they are answered, Zeus teleports you about 50 feet in the sky, and you fall onto a random plot of land after having already started building a little base. And then you have, it's basically a massive middle finger from the sky. So yeah, there you go, guys. This is Life is Feudal. A really interesting game. I'm going to be streaming it. I may just do a YouTube series on it anyway. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.